How's it going, beautiful people? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, coming to you from the car studio. I just dropped off my son in school, and ready to go get some coffee, and then go do some work. Get some work done. Get some stuff done. Get some things done. Which brings me to the point, guys. I dislike the idea of work. I dislike it very much. Like the idea of work for work, I don't like it. I like the idea of getting things done and opening new things, right? Like coming to new levels, new achievement, playing the game, right? But not just work for work, but actually playing the game. And when the game is fun is when you start winning at it, and there's really no level to get to. It's just you just keep playing the game. What's up, beautiful people? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, so I got some cool updates for you guys. Workshops are on the way. I have workshops for everything. I'm going to be releasing a workshop every weekend, maybe two. I don't know. For right now, I think it's going to be one per weekend, one per week. And I have workshops for artists, and there are different types of workshops. I have guides. A lot of them are video because I'm a very auto-visual person, so I need video. I need both, right? The audio and the visual, the video, or photographs or whatever. But a lot of them are videos. But I go to the nitty gritty, like I open it and then just really dissect what, step by step, what you need to do, what has helped me, what has worked for me. And these are workshops of different types. For example, I have art career workshops from beginner to intermediate to how to make multiple 6 figures, how to make 7 figures selling artwork. Why? I know how. And then I have workshops for artists who are just getting started, right? Who are getting started and they want to know how to paint. They want to know how to even get a set together for oil paint, how to get it together, how to get started, right? Workshops for that, workshops for acrylic paint, watercolor, for ink, mixed media. Man, I've been working a lot. Yeah, baby. Different types of workshops. There's a workshop for opening your gallery show. How to have a successful gallery show. How to monetize. If you have a gallery show, I'm sure you're trying to get people to see your artwork, and 99% of people probably want to sell their artwork if they're having an art show. Some people don't. I totally get it. Some people don't. They have a hard time parting with them, and they don't need to. You know, either it's an emotional barrier, or it's just because they don't need to. They have another source of income, so they're not looking to sell the artwork. They just want to exhibit it. They want the good vibes that come with it, right? And the workshop works for both people, but it's mainly geared towards the people who want to sell artwork. Okay, it's mainly geared to the people who want to sell artwork, because I get asked that question a lot, dude. How do I put together a gallery show, whether it's a pop-up, whether it's your gallery show? How do I put that together, and how do I win at it, right? Because when I talk about this stuff, I don't just do like, well, here's how you get it done. Yeah, but when it's all said and done, if you didn't win at it, it's just kind of shit, right? It's like, I don't want to eat shit. I want to win at it, you know? Gallery spaces cost a lot. No, they don't cost a lot. Not known costs a lot. Gallery spaces shouldn't cost any money, as a matter of fact. If someone is charging you for gallery space, they don't really want you. They don't really want the artwork. They're usually exhibiting you in a slow month. and they're making you pay for their rent. Those are vanity galleries. They're called vanity galleries. It's a behavior that galleries started creating because they can't sell work for shit. They don't know how to sell, so they started thinking, right? They're like, all these artists want to come here, but I can't sell any work. What do I do? But I get flooded with artists every day trying to exhibit their work here. I get hundreds of emails. What do I do? And then, I got it. Some guy in New York probably thought about that, right? And they're like, I got it. I'm going to charge artists for exhibiting in my space. And this is where that whole idea came from. So don't do that, guys. You don't need to do that. Now, if it's worth it, by all means, do it. And what I mean, if it's worth it, I'm talking about traffic. If it's worth it, if there's a lot of people, if they have a lot of people, like an art fair show, something like that, and they're charging you, I don't know, like $5,000 a booth, then of course it's worth it, right? But you got to know how to play the game, though. You can't try to play with big boys. Go pay that money for a booth, spend all that energy, and then not ask for the sale when the traffic is flowing, right? Because really in those shows what you're paying for is the traffic. You're paying for the traffic. You're paying for the walks, right? People walking next to your booth. That's what you're paying for. And most of those people are art buyers, meaning they're not your typical collector. They're not like a person like, oh, I want to put that on my sofa. No, they're art buyers. They work for different companies. They work. They're trying to. They're interior decorators. They're trying to remodel hotels and this and that. So they go to those art shows. Like, that is worth it. That is something that my wife and I are going to start doing. That is worth it. That is worth every fucking penny. Being around people that are ready to buy. But that's a whole other thing. Anyways, man, I start cussing early in the morning. Dropping F-bombs. So, some people are like, oh, I can't listen to you. Can't listen to you. You say too many bad words. Muy malo. Bad hombre. So I have workshops for different stuff, guys. I have workshops for that. I have workshops for getting your mindset right. I have a workshop for that. There's affirmations. I was gonna say meditation, but no, affirmations. You can do that on your own. Affirmations, and how to prime yourself, right? How to prime yourself to win in the morning, or whenever you're gonna see. The whole thing about priming yourself is that it can't be once, right? So this is why I created a guide and show you guys step by step all of the things that I do. How do I prime myself? How do I get so jacked, right? How do I get so energized? Why is it that I have all of this energy towards my goals? How do I get all this energy towards my goals? Why? And you know what? Many people out there need that. I believe that many people need that. I know I needed it. It took me a good 10 years to start figuring out that you have to be on and you can't turn off. You have to be on. You have to be on. And what I mean by this is that you can't work really hard today, be excited, be enthusiastic, right, about your life, about your goals, and then tomorrow you're like, well, I'm not feeling it today. Then you just blew off today. It's like saying you're going to exercise, right? Because I do this shit a lot. It's like saying you're going to go exercise, and then you run for a mile, or you walk a mile or whatever, and then you tire yourself out. And then the next day you're like, oh, I ain't doing this again. I did that yesterday, but I ain't doing it today. And then you wait another week, and then you go do it again. A friend invites you or whatever. Come on, dude, drop the donut. We got to go run. And I'm like, oh, all right, let's do it. And then I go, and then I tire myself out again, and I'm like, oh, fuck that. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because I'm all sore, right? I'm all sore. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. What I found out, some people are like, well, it's baby steps and whatnot. Yeah, I'm sure. But what I found out in your art career, in my art business, is that is that you have to push with everything you got in one day, and then the next day you got to push with everything you got again. You can't half-ass it the next day, and this is why so many people have the dips. So in this guide, I show you guys. I know I'm talking to you guys about different guides and different workshops that I'm doing, but I just want to give you a little heads up of what's to come. In this guide, I show you guys. Look, this is how I prime. This is how I prepare my day. This is how I remind myself daily, at different times of the day, not just daily, not just once a day. At different times of the day, this is how I remind myself. These are my touchstones. This is what I and they're not like little tricks. No, they're really actionable things. Reading my affirmations, right? Writing my goals down. Though I don't write my goals down and read my affirmations. I'm like, yeah, no, I do it at different times. Why? Because I need rinsing. I need rinsing of my negativity, of the news, of my disbelief. I need rinsing daily, right? And I don't just need it daily. I need it at different times of the day. This is why, I mean, we use our hands a lot, right? Have you found yourself washing your hands multiple times a day? Yes. Why? Because we use them a lot. Our bodies, we wash ourselves. We bathe. Hopefully, everybody once a day. Some people like me, I like to do it twice a day. And I know a lot of people like to do it twice a day, especially after work. I like to go take a shower again. So we do this, right? Once a day, but our hands, we use them a lot. Are you rich? No, I don't think I'm rich. But I'm all right. But I don't think I'm rich. But we use our hands daily, right? So we wash our hands, and we wash our hands multiple times a day. So this is something that we practice as human beings. Well, how about our mind? Do we do that with our mind? Do we wash our hands, our mind, as we wash our hands daily and multiple times a day? Most of us don't. Most of us can't wait to watch the news. Most of us can't wait to listen to our favorite radio show. Most of us can't wait to listen to something either entertaining or negative. For the most part, negative. If it's entertaining, at least that's somewhat fun, right? But it's still a lot of wasting time. But if it's a negative, it's not only wasting time, it's now you're wasting energy, you're wasting emotional energy and emotional attention, which is extremely valuable. It should be your most coveted thing, your emotional intelligence, your how you put yourself together, because that determines, right, what goes between your ears determines what your life is going to be like, what your goals, how you're going to reach there, and on and on and on. Let me read a little bit of this. I think you should put some art in the ceiling of your van. I love that. That would be super awesome. I should. After all, it's the car studio. It's not a van, by the way. It's an SUV. But it kind of does look like a van from here, huh? I'm like driving around in a van. 18, yeah. So yeah, guys. I mean. So I'm doing different workshops. That's one of them, right? That's the keeping your day, like how to keep yourself enthusiastic, motivated in order to show up. It's very difficult to show up. It is not difficult to show up when you're enthusiastic. It is very difficult to show up when you're not. Okay? So you got to do it every day. You got to figure out how you're going to show up every day, and that requires priming. And then I have classes. Then I have classes that I'm doing for watercolor artists. You want to start how to do watercolor. You want to do composition classes. If you want to learn how to paint or how to draw, how to put together a composition, whether it's a landscape, the different types of compositions, winning compositions, and on and on and on. And I think all of these classes that I'm putting together are going to be extremely beneficial for artists out there, especially artists who are ready to move to the next level. There's a lot of artists who are like, man, I know everything. Cool, you know everything. You're set. But there's artists who are like, man, I know some stuff. I just don't know a lot. Like I don't know how to put together an art show that actually pays me, right? I don't know how to follow up. I have a whole workshop about follow-up. Most people are horrible at following up. They don't know how to follow up. For example, I'm going to show you right now, okay? So remember, I'm doing workshops for art career, art business, right? And then for artists who are learning how to paint or how to create art, or maybe want to loosen up. Maybe you already know how to paint or whatever, and you want to loosen up. And you like the deal that I'm doing, well, I'll show you how I do my deal. And this goes beyond the YouTube videos that you guys have seen and the Instagram videos. Like this is beyond that. These are actual workshops where I talk to you step by step, and I show you exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing that, how did I came about that, and why it matters, right? So why it matters to me, anyways. Oh, yeah, I was telling you about exhibiting your art or selling your art. A lot of people don't know how to follow up. A lot of people don't know how. Most artists actually have no idea about that. Most salespeople have no idea about that, let alone artists. So I'll show you how to follow up, because it's in the follow-up. Okay, it's in the follow-up where you get the sale. You do not get the sale when you're selling. It's in the follow-up where you get it. And most people don't know how to do that. And it's not after following up once or twice. The average is about the 15th to the 20th follow-up where you start getting the sale. And most people don't know how to do that. Most people don't have the courage to do that. I'll give you the courage. Because if you don't have the courage, it's because you don't know something, right? If you were, I don't know, if you were about to jump from what do they call it? A parachute, skydiver, a parachute or whatever. Most people don't have the courage. I don't. I'd probably shit my pants, right? I'm like, I don't have the courage because there's so much I don't know. See, courage comes from, a lot of the times, not always, but courage comes from knowing things. When you know things, when you have certainty, then your courage level goes up, goes high. Right? If you were a Navy SEAL trained officer, you probably wouldn't have that much problem throwing yourself off an airplane with a parachute. You'd be like, yeah, rock on, right? Because you've trained. You've trained. You know what's going to happen. You know what to pull. You know how to land. You know everything, right? You've trained. So this is why people have. Many times people have courage. Then there's the other type of courage. There's the courage that, regardless of how you feel, you still do it. But that's a very different type of courage. That's like the mom courage, right? You know those power moms? Those moms that what they say, they lift buses to get their babies. That's a different type of courage. So I'm gonna be showing you that. Where will these workshops be? These workshops are gonna be online. I'm putting together a website. The website's called Teachable. It's a website where artists and what do they call them? Just people that have certain skills. They teach their skills, right? Their skill sets. So they're going to be online. Some of them are going to be free. Most of them are not. Why? Because I've put a lot of free content every day, and I don't want to make this. I don't want to make this free because I'm going to go deeper into it. So this is going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more value than everything free I already do on YouTube or on Instagram. I do videos every day, how to paint, how to market. Every Tuesday I do a video on how to market, and on and on. These are going to be intensive videos. These are going to be workshops where you actually learn stuff and go apply. It's not going to be just me talking your ear off, talking to you about my funny life and whatnot. No, these are actual workshops where I put my serious pants on, and I think so. Yeah, I think it's like Skillshare. So I'm gonna be sharing everything I know, everything that I've learned. everything that I've learned from keeping my mindset in the right place to how to I have a cool workshop that I think artists are just gonna flip. They're just gonna flip. I have a really cool workshop. It's how to use your phone, how to use your smartphone if you're an artist. I know it sounds weird. I know it's like, dude, what do you mean? So many people do not know this little secret. Like knowing how to use your smartphone. If you're an artist who's trying to make a living as an artist, it's like the best little kept secret ever. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go put my artwork on Facebook and yeah, blah blah. But they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to utilize to its max capacity. Right? I don't even think I'm using it to the max capacity, but I'm sure as hell making lots of sales daily from using my phone. Oh, I love that. Nikita says, man, I can't wait. I'm not signing up for anything but your art workshops. Thank you so much. Oh, and phone. Yeah. Your smartphone is your best friend. If you're an artist, your smartphone is your best friend. I will teach you how to do this in a way that it just makes sense. It's going to be actionable. I'm not going to make it pretty, guys. Okay, I'm telling you now. They're workshops. It's like you're walking into my studio, and I'm going to show you step by step. So it's not going to be like this pretty thing. I'm not shooting for that. Okay. One of my mentors says, I didn't write a best written book. I wrote a bestseller. And that to me resonates so much because of the type of character this guy has. He said, I didn't write a best written book because people gave him shit because he's not the best writer, right? And people are like, oh, you have a run-on sentence, you have misspelled words, and he's like, no. Look at the content. It's the content. I'm not trying to write a best written. It's a bestseller. I want people to have the best possible content ever, right? These are going to be my workshops. They're going to be raw. The recordings are raw. But it's like you walked into my studio and I took, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, however the length of the workshop is, to show you exactly how it is that I do things. And what worked for me, how it worked for me, why it's going to work for you. Okay? Why it's going to work for you. Because if it worked for me, I'm not a smart person, guys. If it worked for me, it's going to work for everybody. If it doesn't, it's because you didn't work at it. But I'll make sure, I'll hold you accountable so that you work on it. Yeah, we have to be smart on our phones. So there's a workshop for smartphones, how to use your smartphone if you're an artist. There's a workshop for how to get a gallery show. How to get a gallery show. How do you get a gallery show? You do not have to be a great artist. You do not have to be a great salesperson. You do not have to have a huge Instagram account. You do not have to do any of that. How to get a gallery show. I'm going to show you guys stuff that I have done. Okay, that I have done, and that I continue to do. There's also a workshop for email marketing for artists. A lot of people don't know that email marketing is the holy grail of sales. Although some people argue that not enough people are opening their emails, they're signed up to your newsletter. They're signed up to you. And when I mean signed up, I'm not talking about they just put their email. I'm talking about they follow you. They follow because you drop real content. They follow your message. They understand your message. They click with you. This is why I spent so much time giving free content. Okay? This is why I spent so much time, so much energy. I spent over 2 years giving free content, just free content. I learned early on with mentoring programs by online marketers, gurus such as Gary Vaynerchuk and Grant Cardone, and I learned early on that you need to be able to drop the best possible content. And the best possible content doesn't mean the prettiest. It means you drop content that people are actually going to use. If I talk to you, if you're an artist, and you're trying to sell your work and I'm just bullshitting you, it's not going to work. I need to help you. There's a lot of artists that don't do that. You know, they're like, oh yeah, it's my little kept secret. Like, I need to help you. I need to help you move to the next level. Otherwise, you're not going to believe anything that I'm doing, that I'm telling you. You're going to say, dude, this guy's just bullshitting me. Like, I see him packaging paintings, shipping paintings, but he doesn't show me how, or he doesn't teach me. He doesn't tell me. So this is one of the reasons why I started doing so much free content, because I want to be able to get you to understand. First of all, I wanted to understand you. So I dropped a lot of content to figure out what were the pain points. Because my pain points doesn't necessarily mean that they are your pain points, right? We're all different. We'll have different pain points. And first of all, to understand you. And second, I dropped all this content, all this free content every day, 2 or 3 times a day. I'm dropping content, videos, different stuff, to get you to trust me. If I start charging you and not develop a trust between you and I, it's not gonna make any sense. Why would I want to buy something from Jose Trujillo if I don't know what the hell he's about? I don't know him. Why would I go into a workshop? Why would I sign up for one of his free online workshops, or why would I sign up to that? Why would I give my email address? Why would I follow up with this dude if he's not giving me anything? Like, I'm not getting any value, so there's no point in it. You know, there's no point in it. And this is something, if you're an artist and you're looking to monetize and you're looking to learn how to sell your artwork and live from your artwork, this is something very important to learn, guys. You want to be able to help first. It's always value first. Value comes first. Okay? This is an idea that has served many businesses and continues to help businesses. Think about Facebook. Facebook was value first. Value first. They serve value. They gave you a free platform. You can play there. You can share it, your friends, your family, and then at some point, Zuckerberg, right, needs to be held accountable by his shareholders and monetize, right? Because that was the whole idea. But they don't start with that. They start with free value. They start with bringing as much value as possible first, because that is the way to connect as human beings. You want something from I don't know, you want to have a great friendship with someone. You can't go be asking for favors. You got to bring value. You got to be a good listener. You got to be a good friend. You got to be there for the person, you know. And then on and on. And when the time is right, maybe that person can help you, right? That person can support you. That person can direct you with someone else who can help you, or share with you an experience of how it helped them in life, you know, certain thing that they're going through. But you cannot make a connection without value, and this is very important. I'm giving you guys a little extra here. You need to when you form a connection, you need to bring value. You need to be the person who brings the most value to the table. Always be the person who brings the most value to the table in the conversation, because that will set you apart and will not only put you as an authority, but will also not make you look like a douche, right? Not make you look like an a-hole who's like, buy my stuff, man, buy my stuff. Like, no, I don't just want people to buy my stuff. I want to be able to help people, because I know that above everything, karma is the real shit. Above everything, like how you treat people, how you carry yourself in the world. It's really it's a mirror. It's a reflection. I believe it's so important to help people. My mother used to tell me this saying. It's actually on her gravestone, on her tombstone. She used to have this saying: a person who does not know how to serve does not know how to live. Right? Life is about service, and I take this very personal. I take this to heart. Life is about service. Service first. You have to be able to start any conversation, any communication, any relationship with service. It's always service. Service means value, right? Any type of value, any type of service. That's how you make a connection. So there's going to be different stuff, okay? Different workshops, anywhere from learning how to paint, how to create compositions, color theory, right? Mixing colors and whatnot. And these are not going to be your typical, like, this is how you mix color. No, I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to show you how I do it, how I do things, how I prepare my canvases, and on and on and on. It's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take you some coffee right now, babe. Thank you so much, XO. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I went about 2 years, maybe more now, I don't know, at least 2 years, I think. It's been free content, like dropping every day free content. Long 1 hour talks, about how to deal with certain things. How do you deal with rejection? How do you prospect? One of my workshops that I really had a lot of fun working on is prospecting. Finding collectors. How do you find art collectors? How do you do that? That's a thing that is just it plays such a huge role in your career. And yet most of us just neglect it. I know I neglected it for years. Oh, I love that. Yeah, and I mean, as you learn certain things of what I do, I know that you're gonna merge them with your personality, with your character. This is how people are like, man, how do you have this art style? How did you develop it? How did you develop your art style? I really didn't. It happened by itself. It's not something that I thought about. I know some artists are clever and they're like, oh, I'm going to put a bunch of stuff in there and it's going to be cool. That's awesome. I mean, if it works for you, that's cool. I've seen some artists who do that. They mix stuff. They make it super busy so that they have an art style. It's cool. Whatever works. But I bet on this horse, on me, right? I bet on this horse. And I know that if you work on, whether you do it with me or not, like, I'm not pitching you guys so that you guys do it with me. Whether you do it with me or not, I'm not going to stop giving free content, right? Just because I'm doing the workshop doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing free content. I'm going to continue to give free content because I'm committed to that. But you're going to by osmosis, or I don't know if that's the right word, it's going to naturally happen. You're going to develop this style. You're going to develop this thing in your artwork. It's going to, and when you do that, your commitment goes up, right? Your commitment, your self-belief goes up. And what starts happening, this is a really cool thing that starts happening, people start resonating with you. People start believing in your message, but not believing in your message for you. Like, I know that people don't look at me like, oh my God, I believe in you. I'm not a preacher, although I preach a lot. Because I feel the same way from mentors. When I know that when people look at my artwork or they look at my studio, it's a reminder of the possibility. Or like, oh my God, I can do that for myself. I can develop something like that. I can, but I'll twist it like this. But I have better communication skills than Jose. I'm better looking than Jose. I have that pretty face, right? I'm more matter of fact than Jose, right? I'm more straightforward. I don't go around and around. Jose goes around a lot, right? And stuff like that, and you're gonna start tweaking it. You're gonna start tweaking it, tweak, and it's gonna happen naturally. And this is really my goal is to to be able to help as many people get to the place where it's your potential, not to try to be like, oh, I'm gonna make little Jose's. No, it's insane, right? It's got to be your thing. Hey, I'm gonna get some coffee. Yeah, can I please have a venti pie place with steam half and half and classic? Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, venti iced coffee with half and half and classic as well. And that will be all.
Half and half and classic, you said?
Yeah.
Anything else?
That will be all.
We'll see you at the window. Thank you.
Thank you. So some workshops are going to be beginners. Some of them are going to be beginning, for people who are just starting out and they're like, man, I got to learn how to do this. And some of them are going to be a little bit more intermediate. Now, some people are already intermediate and they're already doing some stuff. I'm going to show you how I was able and how I continue to sell thousands of dollars every day selling my artwork. And those are and I'm from Brazil. Cool. Brazil. I like it. And because everybody's in a different place. Not everybody wants to sell artwork. So I have different workshops. Some people have a block, a huge artist block. They can't even get to the studio, or they get to the studio partially, right? They show up one day and then they don't show up 3 days, and then they show up another day, and it's like that. So I'll show you how to yank that thing out. I'll show you how to do that, because I did it for myself. I know how. I have authority on speaking on all these things because I did this shit myself.
Morning. It's going to be 681.
Cool. Oh, you know what? I got some cash. Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Damn. I don't even know how I keep cash. The cash is like... All right, guys. I'm going to have to talk to you guys in a bit because...
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I need to be able to hold the coffee. All right, guys. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Take care. Bye-bye.